Hello, this is a Gold One Sojourn review, and the post on this one mentions
We're in
that
this together.
they've been enjoying
All
the
of us.
Sojourn buffs and been doing pretty well, but their win rate's still averaging around 50%. So they wanted advice on what they could do better, and there are definitely some things to clean up here. You won't always, even if you're doing well, the win rates I've realistically had when I've gone on win streaks and gotten better has been around 80%-ish, 80 to 90%, and you can still get the win streak bonus on that if you, I think, it lost like one game in your last 10 or something like that. But we'll go over this. This is your Sojourn. Good stuff. We're just poking thrill charge. Good going for the Mercy there. We're peeking fairly aggressively, but all in all, you do have slide as Sojourn, so you can get away with that. Alright, good slide back, and it's always good when you're in the air, you have a better shot at the ground with the Vortex. I forget what it's called, but they buffed that, and now they buffed Rail too, so Sojourn's in a really good spot. And that's good. That's a really nice play when your tank starts to go in and you've got a pick and an advantage moving up to a better spot. This is really good timing for it, so that's a high level play here. When the Genji comes, you can just fall back, so. I do want to say your right clicks, your aim overall is pretty good. Just some of the right clicks you might be... You can take an extra half second to aim them just because Sojourn's sort of half Ashe or half Widowmaker. And really like half Soldier or Sombra. So you can take a little bit to aim the right clicks a little more because you've been so far really just doing solid damage with the Vortex and the primary fire. That's fine, he's gonna get res, so. Oh, definitely a good slide in. Oh, and I want to say Mercy is a very, very hard target when balking if she's more than even 10 meters away. And I want to say there's also something more pressing to deal with. So you're kind of loss of situational awareness there, but. Okay, Mercy's got us. Slide out.
This ends now.
Oh, and you do get her. I just want to say you've already killed two with the Rhine combo. This Zarya was in range to get run down by Rhine and whatever, Rhine and Torbjorn. So I mean, even if you were standing over here, sitting AFK and texting on your phone, I'm pretty sure team has this. So don't waste the ults like this, because the other team about to get their ults, so if you got, it's good to have ults to counter theirs.
Thanks for the help.
They use their ults, they've already used grab, but maybe blade or something. You slide away, use your ult, and then sort of, like if they use tree, you could slide away, then use your ult and sort of fight back. So the ults are, that was pretty much just a toss away of your ult. Yeah, you got the Mercy and it was cool. It was cool, I'll give you that. But yeah, you can just throw vortexes, get the ult charge back. And they are stacking ults now, so by default you might want to play a little safer. Just off that. Okay, and we are a little farther back, so that's good.
Not so fast.
Oh, and I want to say the Zarya is not going for you, but it is a pretty bad spot to just sort of be dwelling in this open area. Maybe you weren't sure if you were falling back or not, or But I mean, if you want to fall back, the play is actually just slide up here, maybe. Or if it gets really bad, maybe you just have to go out the safe way. But a slide up here is all a good safe place. I just your positioning is you're just all kind of clumped for this Genji ult. It's making it a little too easy for them. If they had grab, they wasted grab. I don't know if you were tracking it, but so it's not as bad as it could be. But you are just stacked for all these ults. And that slide in definitely would have made you a target too. In this case, it doesn't really matter. They dumped so many ults without. I don't know why your Juno didn't ult 5 seconds ago. So in this case, it's not going to matter because they're just dumping so much ults that it's over. But if it was in other cases, this would hurt you if it was a closer fight. That sort of careless positioning and the slide to basically the center of point.
There's much for you to do.
And I know you're getting rails, but you are still sort of being careless with the rails. You want to try and save them for a little more.
Heroes never die. Rails uncharged.
Like that one on Mercy was that was actually a chance to get her there, and you aimed it a bit, so that was good. I like that. It just didn't pan out. Genji doesn't have deflex, so I was gonna say he would have been a good target there to go for with the rail, but
Breaking them down.
good. Another good shatter.
This ends now.
And this is the second time where I think you guys had it. I think we're gonna run down these two people just fine. You also don't care about your ultimate rail shots either, but
That feels much better.
just because you're seeing these kills or you're the ones getting them during these Rhine combos, so you definitely know you're up people and you're still ulting, so that might just be sometimes you might be getting a little bloodlust. Just try and save your ults.
Rails uncharged, hold it.
Because I've just tracking they've got Valk, and of course we're cheating at the top of the screen, but I'd probably be guessing they might be near another Blade or one fight away from Blade. And so something you can use your ult. You wouldn't shoot the Mercy maybe, but you can shoot her, the people she's healing, when she ults, and just burn down a Zarya too if she uses her bubbles. There are just so many things you can do with the ult that you're not getting to do.
Rails empowered and ready to fight.
And I don't like you on the... Well, it's fine, I guess. Just if things get hairy, you're playing fairly close again. I know you got the pocket, but be ready to sort of slide up here or somewhere safe.
I'm on my game now.
Oh, I was going to say that would have been a good time for the rail. No damage fall off, instant travel time. That would have been a good rail, but...
Clear out. Efficient design at work.
But still good. Good shots. Just same thing about being more deliberate with the rail. That was a good shot. Oh, yeah.
Disrupting.
And so, coming up, they've got support ults again. They're banking their ultimates. So I just want you, if they dump them, try and just slide to a safer place. Weather the storm. Don't make yourself a target. Or just headshot them like a beast. I guess that works too. Before they even get a chance to ult.
Rails empowered and ready to fight.
Good slide out.
This ends now.
And yeah, your whole team got baited in there, so it wasn't just you. So you being safe and alive up here wouldn't have even. Poor Torbjorn, he was doing the right thing, but I mean, your team died as well, so that was just a team thing of overextending.
Just what I was looking for.
But we'll see. It wouldn't be the end of the world if maybe you tried to come up here and get a good shots down on the Echo and or up here, just giving you ideas, but
Breaking them down.
and you've got to be careful. This Echo is playing pretty stalkerish, flying up here, so I mean, if you get too close, she might just pounce on you, so just be aware of that on the side of your screen. Okay, good, you're checking there, I like that. Making sure the Echo doesn't get the drop on you. Backing up a little.
This ends now.
And it's starting to get cramped. I would recommend maybe a slide up here, just so you're not backed all the way up here. And the Echo's over here, it gives you space from the Echo, good view on everyone with some cover. But so you can mix in those sort of slides that give you a better angle and get you out of trouble. But nice pick on the Echo. You can just burn down the tree. But the thing is, Rhine has Shatter, so if you end up dwelling here, it might actually turn into a reversed fight. We'll see. Okay, he shattered everyone but you, but if you get these picks, it can still work. And yeah, this is just you probably know what I'm gonna say. A little too close. You can get the same angle up here or a little further back, but hopefully this Torbjorn doesn't get you. Oh, just a little half second can do wonders on the aim, because I know you're good for it. If you just took another half second, that would be 100% a hit shot.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, and you just got run down. You did the slide. It wasn't really that far back or up here or something. Hope someone else can test payload. But eventually you just got run down. And they had ults, which has sort of been the story of this. You've been doing really well until either you or your team overextends and gets rushed down, or they bank up a bunch of ults and push it in overtime. So just play a little safer around the ults. Use your slides to slightly better places, and I'm definitely... In this game, they're doing it with, like, ultimate banks, so it's not all of these fights would have been turned on the old dump fights, but just in general, it'll help you win more games.
Disrupting.
Alright, we're about to get our ult again. Let's see if we can make it. Alright, went in. But luckily he's got Shatter. And that's fine. You got baited by his aggressive play. I don't mind you trying to follow up. But now you should just be backing up and waiting for the Rhine to be respawn. Somewhere where you can still get a pick if someone pushes in, but where you can't be run down. So safer spots could include here, or this would probably be my favorite. And sure, just try for the picks, but don't have an actual team fight right now. Oh well.
This ends now.
Okay, John Wick. And I'm gonna say the ult doesn't make you completely invincible, even though it gives the healing. But if you're gonna hit shots like that, it's fine. And Juno kind of forced your hand there, but nice shots. Good target. target priority, yeah, so.
Precision and control.
These are definitely the pop-off moments that are
Sailed unpowered and ready to
carrying you, but probably not enough to carry you in some games. Some games it might not be enough for the other issues we're discussing, but good aim.
I expect better from you. Breaking them down.
And they're bum rushing to payload. I know your tank went in, but even a slide back up to here, they're all stuck sitting payload, and you're just shooting down on them leisurely. They might accidentally get you just by trying to get to the payload and like, oh, there's a Sojourn. So.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Bastion.
Good, I like you making some space. And if you want, oh, I was gonna say, you're dwelling over here, and the ults are gonna get you again. Your positioning is a little too close and in the middle of the road. I was gonna recommend something like, because they're still glued to payload, right? Something like this, and because they're glued to the payload, they can't. Ryan can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Sojourn." So in overtime, these sort of sneaky plays open up, these flanks, and besides that, just you're wrecking them until you're not, until they either run you down or get you with an ult, and it's so preventable if you just make these. It's probably pretty easy to make these positional changes. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but you just letting them back into the game by where you're standing. So. Let's see, I guess you might have a retake. Oh no, you got the late spawn.
What am I missing? Clear out. Efficient design at work.
And I know this is so hectic, it's hard to play well when you're just trying to dance on the payload, but I would just recommend picking a target and sticking to it. It could have been that Mercy at first and then the Echo, because they were still ghetto. You can still go for them. You're swapping targets. Sometimes I do this in overtime too. I've tried to beat it out of myself, but in overtime, whoever's in the center of your screen at any given moment, you just shoot at them, and you evenly distribute the damage, and no one dies, and you don't actually give yourself a chance to turn the fight. But yeah, now it's the Genji. It was the Reinhardt, it was the Mercy, then the Echo, then the Reinhardt, then the Genji. Were your targets in the span of like 3 seconds, but yeah, might not have mattered, but it could have.
Score. Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
We must all find a cause worth fighting for.
Okay, we'll see what you got on attack. Just charge a rail, see if maybe you can charge it on Rhine, and then... No, I was gonna say dump it on like a Mercy or their Hanzo. Don't dump the rail back into Reinhardt's shield. And these setups can be tricky. You can, if their Reinhardt gets a little too far forward, you can always try and mix in these sort of plays. This is usually a pretty good play on DPS to open up the point. Usually a DPS or a support will be around this area, so. But you can just try and work down the Rhine or get a pick. That's fine, you might need your tank got run down. I like your try getting a pick on Echo, that would have helped turn the fight, so I like your target choice there.
Powered and ready to fire.
But yeah, just play safe, play for picks, wait for your tank to come back. Oh, almost. But I like what you're going for. And I was gonna say your Sombra's or not your Sombra, your Symmetra's going up there. So before Hanzo was up there, it would be a risky slide. But if you've got a teammate going up here, you can try this aggressive slide too, and take a 2v2, and it might work out. That option's there. Just trying to look for ways to get out the choke. Oh, there it is. Nice. You can just milk this angle.
Clear out. Heroes never die.
I was gonna say the Echo is an assassin. She is maximum threat. I mean, she's all offensive abilities, so it's not something you should have ignored. Is an Echo flying up in your face? That is some serious burst damage. Even the Mercy Pocket's nothing against Echo.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Just what I was looking for.
Back, that Rhine's low, nice pick. And then getting the pick and backing up, I like that, getting the pick and then not getting traded instantly, so that's good. I want to say the places have opened up, you have control of here, you can even slide up here and get a pincer going on. So this is good timing to do an aggressive slide.
This ends now.
This is a good ult. They had chances to win, so this one was better.
Cooling down.
And I guess if someone's skeptical, they can still say, "Oh, you didn't need it there." But I mean, they had chances.
Objective
That's at
lost.
least better than your first two.
Stop the payload.
Oh, Mercy's low.
Clear out.
And it's not terrible you didn't go for it, but their probably slide play was probably here. Because you know Hanzo and everyone is respawning, so they can't shoot you here. You're actually pretty safe against a Reinhardt and what is this, a Kiriko. So sometimes there are, even though your aim's really good and you're generally aggressive and far forward, there are some slide plays you're leaving on the table to get better angles. You just got to make sure it's safe. Like their tank's Rhine, their DPS is over here. You just sort of factor all that in and say, I can slide here for free. So. No! And Mercy was one, so I don't necessarily blame you for running down middle, but that is another case of you being the easiest shatter ult person ever. Oh, so close. Oh, sorry, missed some. Oh, you got res, okay.
I'll return the favor. Disrupting. The LSD building powered and ready to fight.
Good time to go in. Maybe being a little safe. I guess you wanted to use the sim ult, but... See, that was a good slide. You recognize you're in a bad spot. You went to someplace out of the Rhine's hammer swings. I like it.
I'm on fire. Thanks for the help.
All right, so we're playing safe aggressive now. I think you making some adjustments already.
I'll make it worth your while. Dodge this.
Good zoning on that. If someone's in a choke, then they basically have to eat it. So we haven't talked that much about Vortex, but on retake cases like this where they're jammed in a choke, it's definitely a surprising amount of charge and on your railgun and damage. Oh yeah, you got
I'm
60
on my
on
game
that.
now. Railgun charge. This ends now.
And this is a good old timing. I just think you should have even if you have to spend a second with nothing on your screen and walk around here to find the Mercy or the Echo, even if you have to quote-unquote waste a second to find a better target, do it, as opposed to just shooting this tank that you're... Unless you're gonna slide over him and try and do that shenanigans, he's not killable. So I recommend wasting a second to look around for a better target.
Efficient design at work. Enhanced accuracy.
So you definitely have your pop-off moments.
Clear out.
And it's okay to chase down these kills. Your spawn room's right there. The payload's not moving. Ryan's in. Really, if you can get some extra picks, stagger them, your payload's basically here for free, and then it's a one-fight game. So now's a good time to try and chase these down. Okay, good. There we go.
Out and ready to fire.
Just a few seconds slow, but you had it. Now, we have not seen Shatter in 2 fights, so we're expecting it here.
Not so fast.
So that means less payload standing, less stacking, high ground if any's available, or just dumping. Yeah, I don't want to see you here getting shattered, is basically my point, because it's happened twice already. Ryan has to contest cart, so I'm liking this is opening up. If Ryan decides to abandon cart to chase you, that's good at this point. But the flanks are opening up, so you can go for a flank play. Okay. Oh yeah, great aim. Unfortunately, the Echo called you out immediately, but it was a good try. Yeah, I don't know what that was. There were you got a little tunnel vision, and it was sort of like that case at the beginning where Zarya was 3 feet away beaming you in the side, and you were shooting at the Mercy. I guess you might have a bit of a tunnel vision problem on Mercy too, but that was a good. You gotta be honest? Did you mean to dodge that shatter? We'll see if it was intentional. Yeah, I think he did it on reaction, so that's a good play, but you are kind of still in the lane for these double Reinhardts, but you had a good reaction to get away. I think your teammates had them, to be honest. You can probably trust the Ana and the Rhine to get him, and maybe go for some other targets, but that's a bit nitpicky. But oh, actually, the Echo did get away, so I'm wrong. I'm surprised they did not get away. Oh, 8 a charge. Okay, well, that's fine. As soon as you turned around, you saw that. But you do tend to eat a lot of random damage up the middle.
I'm at the height of my
Gonna
performance.
need a new paint job after this.
But we'll see.
going against
Just
the odds.
group up, play for picks, use your ult next fight.
Dodge this.
That was also a good vortex for charge. That's going to help you playing safe for the next 10 seconds. Just dump them, that vortex into them, and if you can pick the Echo or something, that's great. When your Rhine comes back, you can be rushing in. So good vortex to give yourself the chance to pick someone now.
Rails and charge. I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, and you can play safe. I like some safe like here. You can poke your head out a little. close, no cigar. Oh, nice one.
I'm on
So
my
great
game
pick,
now.
and now your Ryan's back in. So you can push it. I mean, even in a 4v5, you can still use your ult aggressively to really, really push these guys.
This ends now.
That might have been a tad bit early. Maybe wait till the Ryan shield goes down or your tank pushes in a little more, because you might just get walled this whole ultimate, which will be unfortunate. Or you'll be baited, like, oh no, he's blocking me, I have to do something really dumb to try and get a shot. So that was maybe just that ult. Your ults have not been... You've been eating a lot of ults and not using that many great ults, but this Echo at least may...
Headshot.
Okay, nice headshot. That Ryan had a counter pin that he did not choose to go for, but...
That's 2.
well, he
Cybernetics
charges your Ryan
regulated.
button.
Not so fast.
Oh, I would have stayed on that Mercy. I know it wasn't working, but this isn't really that much of a better target.
They're empowered and ready to fight.
Alright, good job backing out from the ult. Once the ult expires, this soldier is when he went in a bad spot to try and use his ult. So I'm thinking slide, aerial vortex, and then shoot him. Because if you come in from the top, his rocket it's a very hard rocket. So this is a chance to take another aggressive slide, a 1v1 slide.
Disrupting.
Because you saw him. Well, he's rotated out now.
Nice work, team. Keep it moving.
Okay, we're in a brawl fight. You know this Ryan's gonna be able to touch. You're not gonna be able to brute force this in. I want you off the payload. Find somewhere better. You can even go up here or deal with the Echo, or I mean, if you want to be really sneaky, honestly, like a lot of maps have some sneaky spots for the attackers to take where you're basically untouchable when they come and retake. So I think you're making this a little too easy. I hope you don't get knocked by this Reinhardt.
Railgun charge. Adaptive area denial.
Like, he does not have ult, but were you ult tracking? Be honest. Did you go, oh, he used ult last fight, so I can stand here? Or were you just going to stand here no matter what, and if he had ult, it's just game over? But yeah, I definitely think you could have been in some meaner spots, or some spots that are a little harder to get you than middle of the road again.
We're outnumbered. Watch yourself.
Your team died anyway, but the positioning definitely was not good. That's definitely one of your major problems. That and ults. Yours and the other teams.
This ends now.
Alright, I might have just waited maybe 2 seconds and used it. Maybe try and get a little closer, but it's a good tempo ult when... well, your Ryan just died, so... But it's overtime, so it's not like you've had any choice.
Reach, we're on our way. Dodge this.
Oh my gosh! So your team should send you a gift basket for carrying that. But yeah, there have been like 2 or 3 just fights where it's all you getting all the picks, but
Score.
there's a third of fights where your positioning and
Switching sides.
stuff just gets you killed in the battles.
Initiating match.
But you're definitely having some high points.
Ready for battle.
Oh, you know.
So this is a long one. Overtime
surviving.
And how's
rounds. That's good. Just go for the vortex with the charge.
Railgun powered and ready to fight.
They have venture, so they might be able to dive you, and you can just slide away if venture does. But all in all, oh sorry, did I changed the speed to 1.25? Okay, that's why I was going so fast.
Not so fast.
But I like you playing a little safer back. Venture goes down. You can come back up here. It's sort of a cat and mouse game, but I like you. You played a little safer that time with your positioning.
Behold my experience.
And they are having to do a lot more to actually get to you this time.
I'm on my game now.
Yeah, and he got out. So, I mean, ideally you would have gotten a pick, then retreated, and then done a retake, but that's a little more coordination than probably that would happen in gold, but just played a little safer. But yeah, the play there was sort of get your pick and then just leave for the Rhine that died early to come back, but hopefully it doesn't turn into a stagger fest.
That's the stuff. Sails empowered and ready to fire.
Objective lost.
Area denied.
And things like this, I would just try and play safe, like don't push Cassidy or push Winston. Just try and get your ult and then finish him off with that.
Stop the payload. Railgun charge. Railgun still at full power.
Alright, nice pick. Now we can go over the top with our ult.
This ends now.
Or that works too. Same place where I wanted you to go. Whoa, how much cocaine did you ingest? Or snort, sorry, like, you could have kept here, or if you got pressured by the Venture, you could have, like, done a slide over to the other roof. This is just crazy. Okay, well, you did not get shot, but there's no way you were tracking every person on the other team's movements and knew that it was safe to literally drop in the middle of the payload in the middle of their team. So it worked.
Cooling down.
But this play, in an alternate universe, this play doesn't even happen. You died the second you touched the payload. But yeah, whenever you get a good time, you slide in aggressive. I like how you make the aggressive plays. It turned into from an aggressive play to a crazy play when you gave up on these sort of roofs and just went down in the middle of them all, but it worked.
Initiating match.
But we only got 1 minute to take this, so.
Ready for battle.
Disrupting.
See, got Reaper. Discharge your rail. And they are playing a beefy comp, but this is open again because they're playing in more of a death ball. So they're gonna give you this, take it, and you gotta listen for or Reaper teleports. But other than that, you're good. And that is just feeding by your rhyme, which is unlucky. Yeah, that's just straight up feeding. He didn't even give anyone a chance to come in after him.
Recalculating. Dodge this.
And yeah, I would still just play safe, wait for your tank here. This is your last chance.
10 seconds remaining.
But you force the fade out, so that's a good time to go through. Oh, good job making distance. Some people will sit right in front of the teleport. I like how you backed up to give yourself some distance.
Breaking them down.
Definitely good shots. Good
Design
target
at
priority.
work.
Here it goes. And you got your ult. So you probably, because of your shots, you have ultimates first, so I want you to when the payload gets out, try and use this really proactively. Because you'll be first to the punch, or at least one of the first. And it would feel terrible to die with your ult, so. As soon as their Rhine shield gets low or your Rhine goes in, it's just insta-push. That ult button.
This ends now.
Alright, nice shots. Basically got no choice but to slide in.
Down.
But you heard that shot, right? With the Reaper, you should be kiting, you should be going here. Because you do not want to get picked by this Reaper, because every time you make an aggressive play, you risk getting shot on the side, but the Reaper is kind of, and the Genji, so yeah, I just maybe a little too aggro on that one, but at least you got off the Reaper's side of the payload.
Not so fast. Next time, think twice.
Oh, there's the cavalry. Got it.
Clear out.
But nice win. That was definitely a nail biter. And yeah, do not rail this guy. Okay, I was gonna say if you killed yourself with the rail, that would have been funny. But that is definitely a good win. The only thing is, you had the moments where you carried, but I hope you saw enough positioning things and things dealing with your ultimate that if you clean up the other or if you clean up the other half of fights where you don't just carry with your aim and you clean those up, there were easily at least 2 or 3 fights you could have won with better positioning. And better ult usage and not being a magnet for their ults and just spam on the payloads. So if you make those changes and you keep going with your aim, you're definitely going to get that 80% win rate I was talking about, which is what you want. And then these matches don't turn into nail biters where you have to carry with your aim all the time. So I hope those tips help.